All
I'll be
right.
67 next month.
67.
I never thought I'd see 21. Let alone 67.
67 is impressive.
August 24th,
Okay.
1958. Born Fort Stockton, Texas. Raised most of my life in Dallas. That's why I go by my street name, Dallas. You see, if people say, hey, Aurra, with one R, that's not call me Steph. My name's Aurra. There's two R's in it. It's a male and a female like Aurra. So if you say Aurra, it's like call me, hey, Steph. If my name is Stephon or Steve, right? So I don't answer.
Fair enough.
They say Aurra. I don't answer. He come over and told me, hey, man, don't you hear me call your name? I said, no, I'm going to hear you call my name. You're saying Aurra. It's Aurra. Get it right. It's Aurra. There's two R's.
Aurra. Okay. I'll make sure to remember that.
Hey, I met girls in bars, and we'll be sitting there talking. What's your name? I say Aura. They go, what? I go, Aura. You mean like that R around you, like that special feeling around you? No, I said that's Aura, Aura. No, it's Aura as well. Aura, male and female. Aura is a female pronunciation. Aura is a, that's me. I'm like, how many Steve's you know? 500. How many days you know? 5,000. I mean, Mike, I said, how many Aura do you know? One.
You're special, man. Can you tell me a little bit about your life before this?
I was raised in a broken home. Stepfather was a woman beater, alcoholic. Again, a broken family. It's all the way across the country. I've been through 7 stepmoms.
7 stepmoms?
Yeah, my dad was a whoremonger.
Wow.
He'd have fine, beautiful women, take care of him, man, treat him like a king. But he always wanted something else, like a barroom fly. He was always wanting.
Always on and more.
He's the whore though. He was a fucking whore. And it ruined some of the best marriages. This last one he married, she was a millionaire. She was married to a lawyer out in California, and somehow my dad hooked up with her, and she caught him cheating on her. So she took that lawyer to the bank. They got tons and tons and tons of money. She fell in love with my dad. I mean, he's a perfect gentleman when he's trying to get in. Once he gets his foot in the door, make me a sandwich, bitch. So shit like that.
Wow.
So she said, I don't like you anymore. You're not the same one I married. I'm in a no list marriage. He had made. She was going to buy him a business up in Washington on the West Coast. About Portland. She was going to buy him a business. All he had to do was sit behind a desk, just point the big board to do. She was going to buy him a business. And once he married her, and he also his attitude changed. Like, hey, bitch, make me a sandwich. Go there and rub my back. Shit like that. He turned into a toy. She said, I don't like you no more. You're not the same one I fell in love with.
So he played nice and sweet.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
he got what he wanted,
Yeah,
he really
exactly.
showed himself.
Married her. As soon as he married her, she put that ring on her finger. He thought he had her hook, line, and sinker. Wrong answer. She was a lot smarter than that. She was married to a lawyer. Guy owned real estate in California, tons and tons of real estate. When she was divorcing, she got buku bucks. He had it made. I mean, they pulled up to my house in Vegas. My uncle was dying of cancer in Waxahachie, Texas, right outside of Dallas. And he come up in a brand new motorhome, 17 miles on it, right off the showroom floor. She paid cash for it, $250,000 machine. She's gonna drive with my dad, me, my other uncle, my dad's younger brother, back to Texas to see my uncle. He killed before cancer got him. But he wrote that one. I mean, he had it made. I mean, she left him up in Washington, stranded on his property. She was going to build a business on. He called me, and I just got my settlement on my arm. I had got 89 grand. I fell 3 stories, hanging dry. Anyway, it's a good story. But I had buku bucks. He calls me up and says, hey, son, will you send me some money so I can get out of here? I said, where you at? He said, I'm stuck up in Oregon. I said, well, what happened to BV? Her name was Vivian. Everybody called her BV. I said, where's BV? Well, she had a marriage and old. I said, it's because you let your fucking cocky mouth. You fucking overload your fucking canary ass. You know, you should have been treating her the same way you treated her when you fucking hooked her in. You don't turn around and fucking just say, oh, start ordering around like she's your slave. Make me a sandwich, bitch. Rub my back, bitch. No, she knows that real quick.
He should have been a gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah, all he had to do was just what mind his P's and Q's. He would have had it made. He would have had it made.
I agree. All right.
Millions. I mean,
What's the hardest part of living on the streets that people don't realize?
Just the looks people give me. They don't know where I've been. They don't know what I've been through.
So you
Hey,
feel
I've been on the streets. I've been out here for 25 years. I prefer to live on the streets. I'm a veteran. I got house and everything. I won't take it because my next door neighbor, I got to live out in the country. My next door neighbor can be about 2 miles down the road. He better have a pond out back with little catfish and perches. That's my neighbor. I can't live in an apartment complex or houses in the city. I'm a not an introvert or whatever you want to call me. I'm not a recluse. I don't like crowds. Lots of crowds. I can't go to the grocery store when it's real busy. I got to go first thing in the morning when there's hardly anybody in there, or late night right before they close. So there's way too many people. It makes my skin bone. It's some kind of phobia. I don't know what it's called, but I'm not good with.
you have social anxiety?
Yeah, I'm manic with PTSD. I got bipolar. I'm diagnosed with a bunch of shit. I got a bag of pills in my backpack. 15 bottles of mood stabilizer, sleep medication, PTSD medication, manic depression medication,
Where do you get that medication from?
PA,
Okay.
Malcolm Randall, whatever.
VA helps you a lot.
Oh yeah, I bet if they want to put me in a program that's $1,000 a day for 90 days, that's $90,000 like a rehab. You know who picks up my tab? Well, Sam. I don't pay a dime.
Uncle Sam does.
Yep, I'm an army district.
All right. And is there anywhere you go where you feel safe or at peace?
Oh yeah, I like to sleep on church property. Get up till God.
Church's property?
Yeah, and when I sleep out here when I'm not around the church, I get up to where nobody can get to me from the side or behind me or anything. They got to come to me from in front, and I'm a very light sleeper. I put up cracklings all out in front of me, and I put empty beer cans or certified cans covering up the grass out in front of me. So wherever they step, if they're trying to sneak on me, they come up and try to rob me, they're gonna step on one of them, and it's been working. I have me a walking tall stick beside me all the time. I usually carry three knives, one down low, one at waist, one up high. So if you take me to the ground, I'm going to get to one of them. You're gonna let me loose.
What did you do in the military?
I launched jets off aircraft carriers.
Okay, so you work for the Air Force.
And I was in the Navy, but I was at Airedale. I wasn't a squid or a swabby per se Navy. I was an aircraft carrier. I was on the flight deck. Okay. Launching jets. They went boys, boots on ground, Marines, Army Rangers, who were special forces. When they got in trouble, called the Air Force. I was the one that got up there, got that F-14 in there, took them to save our boys. Okay. All right. Your life expectancy is 3 seconds. The catapult goes from zero, jet goes sitting still, airborne, 3 seconds, 198 feet. Wow. When they push that button, boom, it shoots off of a shot. It's in the air, and they're headed toward you. Better have the right coordinates because they're coming in hot. You better dig in because if you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes or with jabs or whatever, surrounded by the enemy, whoever they are, and we're telling you, you better have the right coordinates, man. You dig in because we're coming in hot. We're dropping napalm. We're strafing the whole line behind you. It's got you surrounded. And if when they shoot that 60 cal out of that jet airplane, it sounds like a grunt. Right? It's like a bullet every inch for 1,000 yards.
That's
Oh, it's gonna take out a whole tree line from here to the red light. It'll take out a whole tree line. Just one jet.
Do you consider that impressive or scary?
Very impressive, but scary at the same time. Yeah. Should have said that much power at one man's future.
And it's all,
but it's all to save our board. You know, we're serving our country. We're doing the right thing. Suppose it is.
well, don't forget the mic. Just no, you're good. I don't have too much time. I do have to get to class, but I want to ask you some more questions.
All right. Now shut up.
So no, you're good. You're good.
You're rambling.
I would love to hear you ramble, but yeah, like I said, I got class.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. If you had a message for your younger self, what would you say?
I'd say, watch your step, watch your mouth, because it gets you in a lot of trouble. Watch my mouth. I was young and cocky when I was your age. I thought I was invincible. When I hit my mid-50s, everything came to a screeching halt. Man, I got aches and pains and shit. Man, I got to have both knees replaced. I got to have a shoulder replaced. I've already got an elbow replacement. This arm doesn't get any straighter than that. See a scar right over there. That's all three stories hanging out. But anyway, I'm bits and pieces.
So your advice would be to
watch my mouth and just mind your P's and Q's and have more respect. Back then, I didn't have any respect. I thought it was it. I thought I had to worry about, I'm gonna get $200 a day by noon, hanging sheet rock. And I'm in the titty bar by 1 o'clock every day.
Mhm.
And I don't come home till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. My late to come in and work all day long. I come in, got glitter on me, it smells like perfume. And I go, that come to this screeching halt. Especially the glitter.
Wow. I think respect is very important. I try to maintain respect.
I treat people like I want to be treated.
That's good.
That's just it.
That's good.
That's just the common denominator of life. You treat people like you want to be treated. You treat people like shit, you're gonna get treated like shit. Treat people with respect, you get respect. That's where I think.
No, that's a good message. I believe in that as well. I wish a lot of younger men my age thought the same way.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
What's your name again?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. That's in the Bible. Yeah,
I think that's where my mom got it from.
my middle name's in the Bible, so it's in the Bible.
There's a lot of names in the Bible, to be fair.
Yeah, right. So my grandma always used to stress that. She used to tell me when my stepdad would be beating my mom up, and she lived with us a lot of times. She'd say, Philip, she'd call me by my middle name. That's in the Bible. She shows if there anybody could have ever been an alcoholic, she said it could have been me. She said I love the taste of cold beer after working out the field all day long. He said, but I seen what it did to so many families that I picked up the Bible instead.
Sounds like a good woman.
My mother's mother. I never called her Granny. I called her Mama Stella. Her name was Stella, but she was like my second mama. I called her Mama Stella for the time.
I was gonna say your story reminds me of characters in movies where they get that rowdy rambunctiousness from their father, and they get that calm and that nice from their mother. You know,
Right.
You remind me of that kind of character.
Well, I put a lot of different sides to me, but my main side is mellow. Just trying to be respectful of people. I treat people like I want to be treated.
That's good.
You know.
All right, and
If I'm standing out there on the corner and I have everything fly my sign because my Social Security check didn't last that long, don't last me for a month long like it's supposed to. But because I'm already way too much, I'm going way too fast. But anywho, uh, but like I say, when people look at me and they see my veteran sign, I got my VA card on it, and they can't even look me in the eyes. They'll change lanes to go around the other way just to keep me driving by me. That hurts me worse than anything I ever experienced. The way people look at me. And I had motherfuckers throw pennies at me. Get a job, you fucking bum. I got a job. Surviving every day is my job. I've already did my job. Fucking hanging drywall 40 years up in the sky so high. Eagles are scared to fly that high. I look down, people look that small. That's my job for 40 years. I was making $200 a day by noon, and I was in a titty bar by 1 o'clock every day.
Hardworking man.
Yep. I was bringing home $1,400 a week without even trying. All my bills were paid. I never had credit. I never bought anything on credit. I paid cash for everything. I bought a brand new truck every year without needing it or not. Drove it right off the showroom floor. Paid cash for it.
Gosh, kidding.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that. And I had a chance to try and do it. Vegas, when I left Dallas bottom finally fell out of Dallas, and oil hit bottom. Vegas was booming. They were imploding all the old casinos and building new ones. Man, it was a money galore until the wetback showed up. It took them about 5 years before they showed up, but when they showed up like a train load. Now all those white motherfuckers are standing on the sidewalk, but everybody on the job can't speak a word of English, ain't got a green card, and they're working for $3 a day when I was making $27.50 an hour 40 fucking years ago. But they come down and take our job for a bag of rice and some free holies. They're happy campers. We have 40 people in a fucking apartment, stacked in there like cockroaches. I mean, I don't give a damn about a man. He's got to work and take care of his bambinos, his little babies, right? But when you come to town and do the same job I'm doing, work for the same wages I'm getting. Don't come to town and say you'll work for $3 an hour when I'm getting $27.50 an hour. Because that puts me out of a job. Y'all got jobs.
Well, let me ask you something. You blame these people who are, like you
they
said,
come from a third world country and they have it really bad. $3 a day to them is like $1 million a day.
But I was gonna say, do you blame the employers, or do you blame those people trying to do better for themselves? Because wouldn't you do the same in
I
that
blame
situation?
the employers. because they're still getting paid the same prices as they were if they were hiring me, but only they're lining their pockets and they're retiring 20 years earlier than what they normally would because they're lining their pockets off the sweat off illegal immigrants.
See, I meet a lot of people, and that's why I say like a lot of young men my age, they believe the same thing that you do, but they don't see that it's the employers that are at
Yeah,
fault.
that's the employers.
Yeah,
Because they're the ones that get the little ching, ching, ching in their eyes. You know, they can hire these 15 guys to do the job of one man and pay him one third of what he's paying me. You know, just one man. They pay 15 guys a third of what he's paying me. So he's lining his pocket still. He's retiring 20 years earlier than what he normally would.
and he doesn't have to pay taxes because he doesn't put that on the books. So I would say that you always got to be more aware of that, right? It's the people in power that are always at fault.
Exactly. And the power is what is one of the main problems, especially with this country. You know, we're supposed to be big brother. We're trying to take care of everybody but our own people in our own ground. We're across the seas all over the place, man. Starting wars and trying to fucking break the wars between people who've been fighting for thousands of years. They're never going to stop. So we got no business being in there butting our nose in it. Just like Korea, Vietnam, no, we had no business over there. They wouldn't call wars; they would call police action.
All right, I got one more question for you.
All right,
All right. So, if you could say one thing to the world right now, assuming that the iPad was the world, what would it be?
peace, love, and hope.
Peace, love, and hope. What a message to leave on. All right. I appreciate this interview. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a great day.